Hello, I'm Charles, and I go by the Mounjaro and Zepbound, or as some call me, RMZ. And this is this week's GLP-1 news. Now let's get into it. Eli Lilly is telling some compounding pharmacies, "We'll see you in court." They have filed lawsuits against two compounding pharmacies, including probably the biggest of them all. They filed lawsuits against Strive Pharmacy in Delaware and Empower Pharmacy in New Jersey. In the Strive filing, Lilly states, Strive's claims necessarily communicate to consumers that Strive's products are more customized for individual consumers than products from competitors and big pharma, and that the treatments available from Strive are better suited for patients and therefore provide better outcomes when neither of these things is true or based on any evidence whatsoever. Now, in the Empower filing, Lilly points out that the pharmacy is using Lilly's own clinical trials for tirzepatide to claim that the medication is safe, despite Empower offering it in a pill form or mixing it with vitamin B3, neither of which is offered in Mounjaro or Zepbound. Now, what I find most interesting in these filings is that Lilly does not go after the production of tirzepatide itself by these compounding pharmacies based on patent infringement. They are going after the marketing that each is doing around safety, efficacy, and the compounded ingredient. This, even though Lilly does own the patent for tirzepatide until 2036. However, they don't seem to want to fight on this field, which has been a strategy for past lawsuits as well. I don't fully understand this strategy, but I have heard it said in the past that they may be on shaky ground in terms of the patent and may open themselves up to challenges if they went this route. Maybe there's a patent lawyer out there somewhere that understands peptides and patent laws. Now, Red Rock Pharmacy, which has continued to provide compounded tirzepatide, was not included in this round of lawsuits. I went to Red Rock's website, and unlike Empower and Strive, they make no mentions of weight loss medication on their site. Other pharmacies, like Hollandale, have stopped compounding tirzepatide altogether, from what I understand. You won't find any mention of compounded tirzepatide on Hollandale's website. You will find compounded semaglutide, though. Now, it could be that Lilly will depend on the FDA to shut down the compounders. This way, they don't have to bring a patent infringement lawsuit to court and can do an end run around the patent by suing for advertising and issuing cease and desist letters. To that end, Lilly has also sent about 50 cease and desist letters to telehealth and compounding pharmacies, seeking confirmation that they have stopped the mass compounding of tirzepatide. In the strangest news story of the week, it was announced that Hims & Hers has reached a deal to partner with Eli Lilly to add Mounjaro and Zepbound to its offerings. Hims & Hers stock climbed on the release of this report. When I saw this myself, I thought, what a turnaround from their sick of the system Super Bowl commercial. Now they are fully in bed with the system. Then I saw the price that they were charging, and it didn't make sense at all. I figured the partnership was something like the one that Ro did with Lilly a few months back, where they were providing access to the cash pay LillyDirect vials. That wasn't the case here. They are charging $1,899 per month, which is absolutely ridiculous. They do not take insurance, so you are paying the full price of the medication plus their upcharge. After this story had been out there for a few hours, the other shoe dropped. Eli Lilly said, hold on, wait a minute. They released a statement that said that they didn't have anything to do with this and then took a not-so-subtle shot at Hims & Hers pricing. Their statement read, Eli Lilly and Company has no affiliation with Hims & Hers. Zepbound, or tirzepatide, can be prescribed by any licensed healthcare professional. People who are commercially insured with coverage for Zepbound may be eligible to pay as low as $25. For those who self-pay, Zepbound is available starting at $349 per month at LillyDirect. So there you have it. Lilly said they're not involved in any way, and you can get the medication cheaper elsewhere. Now, there was a new partnership announced this week. Noom has teamed up with Gift Health, Eli Lilly's LillyDirect pharmacy provider, to expand access to cash pay Zepbound vials. New members using this product will get access to their GLP-1 med tracker, a medication log and side effect support, protein-focused nutrition support, and an exercise plan with educational resources. This partnership seems like the one that was made with Ro back in December. Of course, Ro and Noom will have their own customized wraparound services to go along with access to the medication. LillyDirect also added knownwell. Knownwell is a startup telehealth and in-person primary care provider that focuses on weight-inclusive healthcare, which includes metabolic health services, full primary care services, nutrition counseling, and behavioral health. They have signed on to provide telehealth services for Eli Lilly's LillyDirect. So you can go through your own primary and have them send your prescription to LillyDirect, or go through a LillyDirect partner like knownwell. Knownwell does take insurance. This partnership seems a little different than the ones with Ro and Noom. I imagine this will be more like a full-service medical provider that can provide access to Zepbound via LillyDirect through your insurance, provided that there is coverage. So that would come in the form of an injectable pen, or they can provide access to Zepbound via LillyDirect's cash pay option, which will come in single-dose vials. And lastly, Palatin Technologies announced the results of their Phase 2 obesity study. This was an 8-week co-administration study. The interesting thing about this study is that they are co-administering melanocortin-4 receptor agonist, bremelanotide, with tirzepatide. Melanocortin-4 is what is known as a G protein coupled receptor that plays a significant role in regulating energy homeostasis, appetite, and body weight. Bremelanotide is a medication used to treat low sexual desire in women. So it's interesting that they are combining a libido medication with a diabetic obesity medication, but they are seeing great results with it so far. The co-administered group had a 4.4% reduction in weight compared to 1.6% for the placebo group. The primary analysis for the additive effect demonstrated that 40% of patients in the co-administered group achieved a 5% reduction in their body weight compared to 27% for the tirzepatide alone group. 27% of patients in the co-administered group achieved a 6% reduction in their body weight compared to 13% from the tirzepatide alone group. And 19% of patients in the co-administered group achieved a 7% reduction in their body weight compared to 0% from the tirzepatide alone group. Increase in the percent of subjects on the co-administration achieved 5%, 6%, and 7% weight loss over tirzepatide alone indicates that co-administration had a synergistic effect. The study entailed all the patients being given the 2.5 milligram dose of tirzepatide for 4 weeks. This was done to determine if they met the eligibility requirements, which I imagine involves determining if they could tolerate the medication. All the patients were then randomly assigned into one of 4 groups for an additional 4 weeks. One group was a co-administration group where they received a 2.5 milligram weekly dose of tirzepatide and a 1.25 milligram daily dose of bremelanotide. A second group received just a weekly dose of 2.5 milligram tirzepatide. A third group received just a daily dose of bremelanotide. The final group was given just a placebo. There were a total of 113 patients in the trial. 46 were assigned to the co-administration group, while 16 were assigned in each of the 3 other groups. More than 50% of the weight that was lost in the co-administration group and the tirzepatide group was regained within 2 weeks of stopping dosing. There's going to be more data that comes out about the study, including body composition and BMI. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. Those are my interesting news facts for the week. I hope everyone has a great week and weekend.